Howard J. Dingers. And this is 3 Count Review.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw!
Monday Night Raw edition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raw Review, the 3 Count Raw Review. I am Howard J. Dingers, your host. Oh, and latecomer, Mr. Connor Moore, walking in here. Now I gotta remember how to turn on that mic. I think I got it. You should be on, maybe.
Am I?
I don't know. Talk again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're just quiet, but now I got you.
Okay, is the mic mixer on?
Yeah, and you're coming up on the board, so we're good.
Is mic 4 is on the dial turned?
Yeah.
Is the box on?
What do you mean, is the box? Yeah.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah, we're moving and
Wait a
everything.
minute, then I can be on mic 6 then.
You
and
could
have
go on
my
mic 6. Yeah, we could all have our own mics. Wow, this is so exciting.
Sorry, Tyler, as much as I like sharing a mic with you.
Fine, just leave me alone.
Cal needs his own mic.
Prima donna.
All right, well, like I said, welcome to the 3 Count Review Monday Night Raw edition. I am KO, aka Howard J. Dingers, and joining me today we have Tyler.
What's up?
We have Connor J.D. Moore,
Hi.
and we have Cal.
Hello.
And we're looking, now I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go around and ask you guys, but I think I know the answer for all of you. I didn't watch last night. I watched highlights and I watched reviews this morning because the Packers and Brewers were on last night. So I never was going to watch live, but Tyler, did you watch?
Did not watch it live. Caught it up on my phone later in the night, and then just caught up on the main event earlier today.
Right. Connor, I know the answer for you because you were with me.
I ain't
Cal?
I did not watch. I went to watch Professor Wachanga's documentary. And then
How
I
was that?
Watched the other half of the Packers.
I was
game.
meaning to go to that. How was this documentary?
It was good. It was just I drifted in and out of it.
Okay.
Just because it was 2 hours long. So like, but like he did like a lot of good work and
Okay,
it was solid.
I'm gonna ask if there's anywhere where he posted that because I really want to watch, but I feel like I should
There's
just
like another one on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, at like 7 or something. that you
Okay.
can see.
I feel like these I have to watch almost on like your own time in a way.
Are these at the Summers Auditorium?
I would assume
UC?
so.
No, it was in like the UC like by like the Hamilton room or something. It was like in like 250-ish by like the bathrooms, kind of.
Oh.
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 Yep.
But, I mean, I figured I'd go show up and just be like, it would look good. So,
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, so none of us watched Raw.
Yeah, I didn't watch Raw.
I did?
Well, yeah,
Not
I mean,
live,
we didn't
not
watch
live.
live, I guess. Like I said, I went back and watched highlights, and I read reviews and watched reviews and stuff like that. So,
Sorry, Vince.
Yeah. I only watch on Tuesdays. So let's dig right in then. We opened up with the... Apparently they're not actually called this, but I'm going to keep calling them this. The Dogs of War. And Dolph Ziggler told the...
Keep going, just keep going.
Dolph Ziggler told the universe that that they are looking at the greatest 3-man team in WWE history, meaning Ziggler, Strowman, and McIntyre. McIntyre added that they don't need a fancy name or matching tactical gear to be the best team, which makes me think that they did the Dogs of War thing the very first week they did it, and then they just dropped it, but the entire internet has kept it going. So
I hate it.
I
The record show.
I'm just going to keep calling them McDolphman, because that's my favorite name. Connor's got his title belt on.
It's technically the radio station's title belt that we're bringing everywhere for homecoming, including the variety show on Thursday.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Yeah, so basically, McDolphman came out and they just caught a promo on how they're a better 6-man tag group and the Shield are dysfunctional, blah, blah,
3-man
blah.
Tag group.
Strowman says that at Crown Jewel, Lesnar and Roman are going to get these hands. And Roman and Seth came out to the ramp to the Shield's music with no Ambrose. which was interesting, but then they cleared that up. They said that Ambrose was running late because he's running on lunatic time, which they said about 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever came up with that was really proud of himself for that.
It was probably Vince McMahon. Let's be real.
Vince was like,
get it in the
lunatic
show.
time. Oh my God, we're gonna get lunatic watches and clocks now.
We gotta sell T-shirts saying lunatic time.
That's merch. It's happening. I'm telling you right now.
I always imagine like Vince
money.
McMahon whenever they come up with these cash grab ideas, just diving into like a fountain of money. Just like, oh.
Like the Scrooge
I was
McDuck.
gonna say that's the Scrooge
Yeah, like,
McDuck.
all we gotta do is just sell some shirts that says "Get these hands on it." All right.
Money.
Money.
Rollins tells the Dogs of War that the Shield isn't shattered or broken, and the Shield is here. Ziggler asks where Ambrose is. Rollins lets us know that Ambrose is on Ambrose time, as it's written here, and he will show up. Reigns tells Strowman that after Crown Jewel, Strowman is going back to the end of the line, just like Roman did after all those Brock Lesnar matches. Am I right? Rollins wants to have his qualifying match against McIntyre right here, right now. What did you guys think of this opening segment?
I'll start. I mean, pretty straightforward stuff, really. I mean, it's just another way just to, I don't know, their way to build tension, I guess. That's just going to keep getting more dramatic as the nights and weeks go on. And but, yeah, just pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah. They seem to like, especially the last, I want to say 4 or 5 weeks, they really like telling the show-long storyline between these two teams.
I will say that Drew McIntyre is a star.
I've been saying it for weeks
The guy
now.
is a stud.
He's amazing.
He's really got the mic.
And we'll get to it because it's at the end of the
end of
the show. But
yeah, I don't want to spoil too much.
They set him up pretty
and
high.
he's pretty intimidating when he talks on the mic.
How about you guys? What did you guys think of the opening segment?
It's like the same segment we've seen a billion times, minus an authority figure.
Yup. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I'm surprised Constable Corbin didn't come out and, yeah, you can have your match right now. Oh, but he does actually, he interjects himself again in this feud, which is, we'll get to that too. So we had the World Cup qualifying match, Rollins versus McIntyre, and when this match started, I thought to myself, hey, you know, if McIntyre wins, we'll actually have a non-USA competitor in this, but... But, no surprise, this was a really good match between Rollins and McIntyre. What happened was, Ambrose comes out. I'm trying to remember how this worked.
Ambrose came out and basically, like, attacked Ziggler. Ziggler was fine. It was in his corner.
Oh, yeah, because Ziggler was trying to cost Rollins.
Yeah.
Ambrose came out for the save. Rollins hit a curb stomp on McIntyre on the outside of the ring, and then went into the ring at the 9 count, and McIntyre got counted out. Rollins wins by DQ. So, Seth Rollins is in the World Cup. McIntyre doesn't take a pin or a submission or anything, so that protects him.
Right.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like I said, this it's McIntyre and Rollins.
What
it's
you
going to
said.
be a good match.
Yeah.
There was a spot in this match where they did a play on the Falcon Arrow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Seth went for the Falcon Arrow, and McIntyre reversed it into his own Falcon Arrow.
Yep, which was sweet. That was a high point.
How does Seth keep coming up with new ways to do the Falcon Arrow spot? Like every
He's
match.
the architect.
It feels like he does a different spot every match, and I love it. Seth Rollins is too good to be in this 6-man feud. I want this feud to be over. They have all the titles. They have 2 of the best wrestlers. 3 of the best wrestlers on Raw. McIntyre, Rollins, and Strowman.
Yeah,
probably
that is
throw
right.
Ambrose
they
in
have
there, too.
all the titles. I just realized that.
They have all the titles except for Ronda Rousey.
Could you imagine if Ronda Rousey joined the group?
She could be part of the Shield. Can you imagine her just coming out with a vest?
4th member. Of the
She could have the
Shield
mask,
confirmed. 4th member confirmed.
That'll get Roman over.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what did you guys think about this match?
Roman
Connor.
is already over.
Mm?
But go ahead, Cal.
So I didn't watch this match. Just however, looking at the results, It's what you'd expect from McIntyre and Rollins. They're two of the best players in the game, and hopefully they'll get pushed once this gets done.
I didn't watch any of the matches. I didn't watch any highlights. I know nothing.
I think you need to take this podcast a little bit more seriously.
This isn't a podcast. This is a live radio show. 2,
It also gets recorded.
I was watching 2 games. 3, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched a full episode of Raw or SmackDown in like a month and a half.
That's fine. I haven't either.
Get off my back.
Backstage, Rollins referred to Ambrose as the lunatic, like everyone else does.
And now he takes offense to it?
Yeah, and Ambrose got upset and says that's all he is to Rollins and Reigns. Just here to save them when they need it. Ambrose walks off, muttering to himself, because he's a lunatic.
Maybe he's getting annoyed. Come on. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. The storyline, the storytelling here is getting weak because they're telling 3-hour-long stories every week.
Yeah.
They're running out of stuff. You gotta cut it down a little, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's tough. And then we have a Brothers of Destruction pre-recorded promo. Undertaker says Triple H thinks that this is about respect when they don't know the meaning of the word. Kane adds that DX is built on a bed of lies. Ooh, that's a good line, actually. This whole thing is about fear. When the Brothers of Destruction come together to face DX, all of HBK's nightmares will come true. Are you guys excited? Obviously there's a lot of stuff going along with Crown Jewel. So this match is up in the air. Apparently, if this match doesn't go on at Crown Jewel, they might move it to Survivor Series. But then again, Sean wouldn't get it's a whole thing. But assuming this match is going on,
isn't there a backup plan to move all this stuff to Manchester, England too? Because they're
no, that was just rumor.
Day.
That was just rumor. If Crown Jewel goes on, it's gonna be in Saudi. If it doesn't, it's just not gonna happen. So I don't know. So are you excited for DX versus the Brothers of Destruction?
If it happens, and I think it will, I think they're going to move on with the event. Anyways, but regardless, yes, I actually am excited for this match. I understand all 4 performers are way out of their primes, but these are 2 of the greatest tag teams ever in the history of the company, and it's basically a dream match between these 2. Mm-hmm. 4 of the biggest stars ever. Undertaker was vintage in that pre-recorded promo. I felt like I was being taken back 15 years ago. I'm excited for it.
I would have been excited for this 15 years ago. You know how I feel about Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement.
I don't.
I hate it.
Oh. Why?
I absolutely hate it.
Why?
Connor's one of those guys who thinks that Shawn should have stuck to the retirement. Which, I get.
I get that too, but why?
Nobody can convince me otherwise that it'll actually be halfway productive, him in a ring.
He's going to be the best wrestler in that match.
Beg to differ.
He actually probably will be.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not a fan of this. Kane should go back to being a mayor. Undertaker should have his last and final, absolute final match at Mania.
Yep,
Trips can do his once or twice every year thing. I don't care. And Shawn should just stay retired. The only one I don't care about here is Trips. That's the only one I'm fine with wrestling because he's done this before.
Because he hasn't retired.
Yeah, he hasn't officially retired.
That's fair. That's fair. Cal?
I'm excited for this. It's just a little nostalgia throwback. Just if it can be I think I was telling Tyler about it. If it can be a 15-minute or 10 to 15-minute spot fest, this will be fine. But knowing WWE, they're going to make it
Triple
30,
H.
35 minutes.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't shock me if they tried having Undertaker dive over the ropes. But
probably kill himself.
But I thought just the promo, just good idea, just backstage instead of having them come all the way out. Because sometimes, especially with Triple H, I feel like when they try telling stories, it just goes on and on. There's 5 minutes edited, good to go.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm excited for this match. like I've told Connor all this time, I've never seen Shawn Michaels actually wrestle.
Yeah.
I started watching after he retired, and so I'm excited to watch him, even though I know he's not in his prime and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Cal said, if it's a spot fest, even if it's a 30-minute spot fest, like they could do that. Triple H, it's a tag team match. They could figure something out. But, if it's a spot fest, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun match regardless. It's Triple H.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 10 minutes, though.
No.
It's gonna be like probably at least 15.
Connor, do you want to hear what the rumor is regarding Shawn Michaels?
What?
So, Tyler just read this to me. I believe it was off of Wrestle Talk.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
The rumor is for Shawn Michaels to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
With who?
Would you like a guess?
No, just tell me.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. The only way that could be better is if it was Adam Cole.
Baby!
Baby!
So, Connor, you're happy about this?
Next match.
Next match.
What if it's a barn burner and just steals the show?
I'll be happy, but I still hate it. Next match.
Ember Moon and Nia Jax tag
Never mind.
tag
Next
together.
match after this. I'm sorry. Next match after this. Not this one either.
No, we need to talk about it. Because we had a return, and we do need to talk about this, because I have an issue with this. Ember Moon tagged with Nia Jax, and Dana Brooke tagged with a returning Tamina Snuka.
Yes!
Can anyone tell me where Tamina was before this?
No idea.
Actually, I think she had shoulder surgery.
Right. Was she on Raw or SmackDown before this return?
Oh my gosh, she was on SmackDown, wasn't she?
She was on SmackDown.
So she
The
got...
brand split is dying.
So
That's
she
just
got...
you. You're the only one who thinks the brand split's dead.
No, I'm not the only one.
You are.
Other people,
We've
on Wrestle Talk are talking about
I've
this too.
walked through this with you in the middle of the podcast.
It's dying.
It's not dead. It is not dead.
Before the last couple months, the only person who crossed brands was John Cena.
And the Bellas.
Don't forget about Jack Swagger.
Before the last
too.
couple months. What?
Jack Swagger, like, all the way back at one
Yeah,
point.
but what I'm saying is, even with that, there was storyline behind that. John Cena was a free agent.
Yes.
Jack Swagger got traded. They made a point
Didn't
to mention
Cesaro
that.
technically get traded too?
Who?
Cesaro? There's the whole
Probably.
thing about him feeling underappreciated.
But that's the thing.
Because
Like
that was
a
when
year
Shane
ago,
just took over.
a year ago when they did all that, they made storyline reason of it. They said they got traded, they moved to SmackDown, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got fired, all this stuff.
They did that at the beginning of the calendar year.
I know, but in the last couple months, you've had Brie Bella, who's just been on both brands. You've
Okay,
had-
the Bellas are almost exempt because they're their pop culture icon.
Okay,
That's
how
a
do you
wash.
explain Big Show just randomly showing up on SmackDown?
He's kind of their ambassador for everything from the Special Olympics to everything else. So they kind of.
What's your excuse for Tamina Snuka?
Who cares?
Your logic,
She got traded? I don't know.
I'm saying the
Yeah.
brand,
your logic
it's
is,
dying. The
like,
brand
if
split
it was
is dying.
if it was like a big name, like when it was like Cena going to Raw, I was like, okay. But if it was like bigger names, AJ Styles is now on Raw, then there'd be concern. But like right now, it's just like,
It's Tamina Snuka.
yeah, it's Tamina.
Like with all due respect to Tamina,
Big
who
Show.
cares?
We've seen.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, how is SmackDown gonna be able to survive without
Well,
Tamina?
no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the integrity of the brand split. Because now we've seen it. We saw it the first time that we did a brand split. Vince gets bored very quickly with new things. And I wouldn't be surprised if Vince either doesn't care right now and he's waiting until the Fox deal, or he's just getting bored with it.
He kind of has to keep a branch, but because of the Fox deal. Because they're on separate networks now.
Not necessarily. You could have 2 3-hour shows, Monday and Friday.
SmackDown's moving to 3 hours.
Most likely. Yeah, because the Raw moved to 3 hours while the ratings are worse, they make more money off of revenue from commercials. So it's financially beneficial for them to move to 3 hours.
We're going to ruin the one good thing they have going.
Yep, they are.
One good thing.
Anyway, Nia Jax and Ember Moon won.
I hate this company.
Ember Moon won with the Eclipse. Ember Moon didn't wrestle enough in this match. Nia wrestled too much.
Yeah.
It needed to be more Ember Moon. But then, previously to this match, they had announced a women's battle royal for a number one contendership match for Evolution. So, of course, all the women threw each other over the top rope. And wouldn't you know it, Dana Brooke stood tall.
Because we don't know how over the top rope works.
Right.
We gotta demonstrate it for the 15,000th time.
They have to show us every time.
Because we have to fit in every women's wrestler that we've neglected to give a notable storyline to, i.e. Asuka.
So, a lot of women are pretty upset about this.
I'm pretty upset about this.
Well, obviously, but no, like, a lot of wrestlers, when this happened, replied to the tweet that WWE sent with gifs of themselves looking PO'd. It's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna see this.
Yeah, it's on Bleacher Report. If you go look, they
Someone
have a whole
GIF
article
of me
about
being
it.
PO'd because I want to use it.
I want to be turned into a gift. Kind of sidetrack. I wish I just wanted.
I feel like I make enough facial reactions for someone to make a GIF out of me.
True. You do. We just need to get a camera on you. It's not like you're on TV or anything. Yeah, I'm not even going to ask you guys about this. This is just stupid. Next we had probably one of my favorite segments, and Tyler was just watching this clip when he came in. This segment was so good, and we need to talk about this because...
Is it what I think it is?
We have a megastar in our vision, I guess. I don't know what I'm looking for.
On Raw.
On Raw, we have a
What
we
I
have a
think it
megastar.
is. What is it?
Ronda
Yep, it's what I think it is.
Rousey.
That's the one thing I do know, and I loved it.
Rousey comes to the ring and cuts a promo on the Bellas, pretty much just being, you know, the boo-hoo babyface, like, oh, why'd you have to attack me? I thought we were friends, because, you know, women's storylines in WWE, everyone has to be friends or not friends.
True.
Nikki says no one paid to see Rousey. Everyone is here to see the Bella twins. They don't owe Rousey anything. Bree says Rousey is the one who disrespected them. But then Ronda is the reason that the Bellas came back. Rousey doesn't deserve to be the front of the women's evolution or to be women's champion. The Bellas started this revolution. False, AJ Lee. And the title is carrying... The title Rousey is carrying wouldn't exist without the Bellas. Pretty sure that was Charlotte.
Hey, did we forget about Caitlyn, too? Didn't she come back on the Mae Young Classic?
Yes, she did.
Awesome.
And she was very good.
They gonna bring her back up soon?
Probably not. I don't know if they signed her to a full thing. I hope they did.
Didn't they do that with Mickie James, though? And now look where she's on the Mae
She
Young
wrestled like Asuka, though.
True.
She had a match on NXT
I was
versus
gonna say,
Asuka.
they threw an NXT for about a month.
Right. Yeah, I hope they bring back Caitlyn. I like her. So I did just pick apart their promo, but I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose because now they're heels. They probably worked me into a shoot, but it's fine. Let's get back to so the best parts about this. Ronda was the best part about this. Obviously, Nikki's really good. Mm-hmm. Nikki, and to a lesser extent, Brie, but Nikki's really good heel promos. Rousey tried not to judge, but to be honest, the Divas era made Rousey sick. Rousey says she was surprised the Bellas made it this far without any talent. Rousey goes on and on about how awful the Bellas are. Brie says Ronda is jealous. They have broken more barriers than Rousey ever has. What?
Oh yes.
I don't know about that, but okay.
No, the line that's about to follow.
Ronda says the only door Nikki has ever broken down is John Cena's, and eventually he got rid of her too.
Yo!
Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb. Oh my goodness. Whew.
This is why we brought her to the business.
And this is what I want to talk. I'll finish this off real quick. Rousey demands that the Bellas come down to the ring. Bellas call for their security team to surround them. Ronda beats up the security team. This is what I want to talk about. Ronda has greatly improved on the mic. I want to get your guys' opinion on this. We already know that Ronda was a good wrestler. Like, we figured that out. She's had good matches with Nia, Alexa, obviously Stephanie and Triple H.
One. We don't know how she did in the house shows.
That too.
I'm just going along with your point. We know, like, from a televised standpoint, she's really good.
Right.
And so she could have even been better on a house show standpoint.
The reports are that her house shows matches were good, if not better. than her televised matches. I want to know,
surprising.
what is your opinion on the last couple weeks, Ronda Rousey on the mic? We'll start with Cal.
She's been solid on the mic, and in this one, like, it makes sense to give her like this kind of stuff to use because, like, you know, it'll get over with the fans even if she stumbles over, just because of how, one, true it is, and two, like, just, you know, like, the crowd's gonna pop for more shoot style promos. So I mean, and like also you can speak more from the heart too. So I think it's just a solid setup and just easy for Rousey to get out there and shoot from the heart. And good job, WWE.
No, I mean, it was a good thing to tack on some, again, pop culture type of material, you know, because the Bellas are not only known from a WWE standpoint, but from a pop culture standpoint. I mean, I know people who only know of WWE because they watch Total Bellas just for the heck of it. I went to a wedding with someone, and they were just like, "Hey, have you ever watched the show Total Bellas?" I was like, "No," but I know of it. Do you watch the WWE? No, but I watch Total Bellas. So people know the Bellas outside of that.
Right.
And so you look at it from a material standpoint, it was beautifully executed and a great call by creative. And honestly, I think at this point in time, if people don't fully believe that Ronda Rousey is for real, that that she wasn't lying when she said this is her life now, then at that point people are legitimately grasping for straws to look for reasons to hate on Ronda Rousey. Because her WrestleMania match, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Her Money in the Bank match, somehow, we were all sitting around watching it, and I was just like, she made a Nia Jax match look phenomenal.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
never
say,
thought
she
I'd
made
say
Nia
that.
Jax look great.
Yeah.
Right. You know, the Alexa Bliss, even when Alexa Bliss did her arm spot, those two worked it off great. And the jury is out on how people feel about Alexa Bliss's work in the ring. And again, she made that one look good.
Right.
At SummerSlam. The house shows have been good. She's wrestled on Raw, looked good. I mean, a lot of people give her crap because, it was against Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox has been in the biz for a while.
But
so
she's also had matches now with a lot of matches with the Riot
right, with
Squad
the Riot
too, yeah.
Squad and everything too. So she's been put in rings. She's been put in the ring with people who know how to work. And
Her match with Ruby Riott was really good.
right, and she's looked good, if not great, in all of them. Ronda Rousey has improved significantly from the very first time she stepped in a ring, even whether it was just selling her being thrown into a table or whatever. And now her promo work is starting to round out. She stumbled a little bit, but she's still getting used to that. By the end of 2018, or really by the time we get to Mania, Ronda Rousey, I mean, already from name alone, she already is this.
Right.
But from an overall talent-wide perspective, from top to bottom, from in-ring to promo-wise, Ronda Rousey will be arguably the most talented person on this entire roster. Looking at the men's division and the women's division,
Yeah.
you can clearly tell she's put in all that work in the Performance Center and everything. She's arguably going to be the top star, not just name-wise, in the business come Mania.
Yeah.
Maybe even before. The only one who I think might rival her as far as sales is a Roman Reigns and a John Cena. That's it. Other than that, who else is better than her in the ring at this point from the women's division?
Oh, no one.
Maybe
Asuka, but Asuka's
maybe
not getting the
Asuka,
time
but
of
they
day.
haven't done anything with
Exactly.
her. Becky, maybe. Charlotte,
Becky's up there.
Charlotte, I would put up there.
Charlotte's slipping lately. Charlotte's been real sloppy lately.
I would still put her up there.
Yeah.
I would love to see Ronda in a match with somebody like a Sasha Banks or a Charlotte, because that will put her in that upper echelon for sure. That's the only thing she hasn't done yet, in my opinion. This Nikki match is kind of a wash because Nikki doesn't have anything, in my opinion.
Nikki's good. I think people
she gets the
good.
job done.
She will, and
But she's
especially
not-
with someone who can carry a match now like Ronda.
Right.
It'll be a good match. I
And
think.
it helps that Nikki's been in the business for a while.
Exactly.
But I mean,
and it also helps now that she's heel.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you ask me if somebody asks you who would you rather see Ronda legitimately, like just take out storyline, who would you rather see in a ring with, Nikki or basically all the people that was highlighted in the Women's Revolution when they brought up the Baileys and the Sashas and the Charlottes? Who are you gonna pick? You're not gonna pick Nikki Bella.
No.
9 times out of 10,
But
you're not.
I see it's good booking because they have the star power match with Ronda and Nikki, and then they actually have the good wrestling match with Charlotte and Becky.
Right.
But yeah, I do see your point. Jeez. Tyler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Connor, you said like Nikki Bella, like she's good. Don't get me wrong, and there's a reason why she's getting put in the title match and not Brie, because she's better than Brie Bella.
Oh yeah.
Way better than Brie Bella.
That's for
Both
sure.
on the mic
That's
and in the
been
ring.
apparent in the last couple of weeks too.
Yeah,
In the last
Brie
couple of
Bella's
years.
awful, god awful slips and botches in the
Yeah.
ring. That's for a different story.
Wasn't Brie pregnant though?
Yeah, but Maurice was pregnant.
Yeah.
Maurice didn't do much in that match either. Let's not pretend
She
like
still didn't knock anyone out.
Maurice's offense was never really.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I just want to. That's for a different story. I just want to point to this. Ronda Rousey is one of the best, if not the best, free agent signings that WWE has ever made.
You're not going to get an argument out of me.
In terms of star power, name, money, and who she's become
Athleticism.
as a superstar.
Let's not forget athleticism too.
Both
They didn't have to go to NXT either.
right,
Right.
both on the mic and in the ring. You mentioned it, Connor. WrestleMania, great debut match.
Arguably the best match on the card.
Somehow made Stephanie McMahon look like a
Right.
veteran ring worker.
Right. It was it was probably the best WrestleMania debut match ever. It exceeded everyone's expectations.
I don't know if Fandango was pretty good. Just kidding. Anyway, go on.
Oh, KO. Okay. But anyway, yes. Just and her promo last night. She's become much smoother on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
She's become much more emotional on the mic. I have not seen that from her before. Like say
She's been very steady.
Yeah. Before last night, she was like, "Thanks, guys. I'm so glad to be here tonight." And then I'm gonna rip your arm off. Like, last night was a turning point for her career. I don't know if a lot of people see that, but last night, what she was able to achieve on the mic and how long she was able to sustain what she said, get the audience invested what she said, was absolutely phenomenal. You just can't say enough about it. And then just the diss on John Cena was just the icing on the cake. But it was great. And just her emotions and her use with the mic made me more invested in her than ever before.
And you were already fairly invested in Ronda, I would assume.
I loved her already.
Right.
And now I love her like 2 times more.
If Ronda can keep up this promo work, like you said, she's gonna be one of the top people in the company.
She's only going to get better.
Yeah. What if
Remember
I
when
told
she
you
was gonna
guys?
be a Paul Heyman girl?
I want that to happen so bad.
I don't want that to happen.
No. She's already getting so much better on the mic. Why strip her of the microphone?
I agree 100%.
She can. CM Punk. You guys forget that CM Punk was in with Paul Heyman. He was good on the mic.
Ronda Rousey's more popular than CM Punk.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
That could be a good question.
That's a good one. I'd have to think.
Well,
I have to think about.
we
I have
might
to
have to
sit
talk
and
about
think
that.
about that. one.
But no. What if I told you guys that Ronda isn't even the best out of the UFC four horsewomen?
Is not the best?
Is not the best.
Are you trying to say Shayna Baszler is?
No, I'm not. Apparently, reports coming out of NXT are saying that Jessamine Duke is the most talented wrestler and promo out of all 4 of them. Better than Shayna.
Has she made NXT tapings, or is she
Not
still
yet.
or is she
She
still
hasn't
down in the
even
performance
debuted yet.
center? Okay.
But she's impressing backstage officials so much. They're saying she's better in the ring than Ronda and better on the mic than Shayna.
Okay, interesting.
Just watch out for the name Jessamine Duke.
And I also just want to add one more thing about her promo last night.
Yeah.
What Nikki Bella said about breaking down doors and stuff, she was dead wrong. Ronda Rousey, everything she said was right. She broke down barriers. She broke down doors, as she said, for women's combat sports.
Oh yeah.
She's done it everywhere, and she's
On the
continuing.
she made the UFC Hall of Fame. I mean,
Yes,
come on.
first ever.
First ever.
And,
yeah.
and she's continuing to break down barriers right now in WWE. It's just crazy. It's just amazing what she's doing.
I completely agree. Backstage, we had Kurt Angle with Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Angle is on vacation, so he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts, which is fantastic. I think he had a sun hat on too.
He did.
Don't you just love Kurt Angle?
I really do. Ever since he's come out of this GM role, I love it. Gable tells Angle that he looks glorious. Angle dances with No Way Jose.
He's still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Yes.
so.
Oh.
And Baron Corbin walks in
I
and
forgot he was on the rock. And No Way Jose was like one of my It's just one of my favorite guys.
Wasn't he a post-Mania call-up?
Yep.
He was. He
pretty funny.
He debuted with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I wrestle.
Yep. He did.
It's pretty funny how fast he's fallen off the map. It's actually pretty funny.
We all knew after Adam Rose. We all knew he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin walks in and tells Angle that he has a match later tonight, and that Angle has to face the Authors of Pain in a handicap match. AOP, you're right.
AOP.
Why do they do this? Why do they strip the names off of everything?
It's stupid. But the best part about this was Angle said he didn't bring his ring gear, so he has to wrestle as the Conquistador again. This was great. I love it. We didn't have that match next, though. We had the World Cup qualifying match with Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. I have to say, Ziggler and Rollins have really good chemistry. McIntyre and Rollins have really good chemistry. Dean and McIntyre have really good chemistry. Dean and Ziggler, not very good chemistry. This was not the best match. This was the worst match I've seen with any combination of these four men. Like it wasn't good. Obviously, it wasn't terrible. I've seen worse matches, but the match was not very good. All in all, Rollins, I believe, came for the save. Let's see here. Rollins makes a save. Ambrose pushes Rollins as Rollins tries to help him up. Ambrose walks right into a super kick. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler qualifies for the World Cup. Yet another American.
It was 2 Americans. Come on.
It was 2 Americans. But on the bright side on that note, the next qualifying match tonight is Nakamura versus Mysterio. So we're
gonna
either
have
getting
someone from Mexico or
we're
someone
either
from Japan.
exactly. So that's a high point. After the match, Rollins gets into the ring, stands over Ambrose. Ambrose pushes Rollins out of the way and walks up the ramp. Rollins power walks up the ramp and pushes Ambrose. Rollins wants to know what Ambrose's problem is. Reigns comes out and separates Rollins and Ambrose. Corbin comes out and books the Shield versus the... I'm not calling them the Dogs of War anymore. Shield versus McDolphin for later tonight. For what seems like the fourth
They've never
month
had a
in
match
row.
before.
Yeah. We've seen it like three times in the past 2 weeks.
Can we just stop calling them Dogs of War and McDolphin?
Nope, they're McDolphin. Actually, after tonight, we can. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, this story continues, so I'll ask you guys about it later when we get back to it. I'm pretty sure, was it this spot? I don't know if you saw it, but was this the spot where Dean had Seth in a almost in a Dirty Deeds, or was that later in the night?
Oh man, good question.
I can't remember. He does it at some point.
I think it was later in the night.
It might have been later.
I think
in
it
the
was main
night.
event.
Speaking of seeing matches that we've already seen, Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal.
Can we just move on?
We can. I just want to point out that the other Singh brother, I believe it was Samir, who was hurt. He is returned. So now Jinder has both Samir.
How did they waste that opportunity?
Yeah.
I mean, for crying out loud.
Both Singh brothers are here.
News.
Yeah, Balor won again. There is one point that I would like to make after this, because after the match, Bobby Lashley comes out for his match, and him and Lio Rush walk down to the ring. Lashley poses in Balor's face as Rush says that Balor wish he could look like Lashley. Balor and Bayley walk away. I like that. So they're definitely going with the Balor-Lashley feud. I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you guys? I mean, we got a Lashley match, so we can talk about this all in one thing. Lashley versus Tyler Breeze. Before the match can start, Rush tells Lashley to pose for the crowd. Lashley tosses Breeze around the ring and hits the C4 for the win. They call it the C4?
They're calling it the C4.
That's kind of cool. Why not the Dominator?
I thought it was going to be called the Dominator.
That's weird. Anyway, Lashley wins. So, what do you guys think? I mean, forget about Jinder Mahal. And I guess forget about Tyler Breeze, sadly. What do you guys think about Balor versus Lashley? We'll start with Tyler.
I like it. I really especially like this combination of Lashley and Lio Rush. Believe it or not,
It's
Lio
really
Rush
good.
is very annoying. He is so annoying, but it really fits his role well. And Bobby Lashley can't talk for his life.
Which is why I'm glad they turned him heel.
Yes,
'Cause it works. It works so much better.
It fits all in the world, right? Lashley. I'm gonna stop.
Lashley.
Just keep, for like a million times throughout the match, he says that.
So good.
But Yeah, this is a good program to start Lashley's heel run, if you will, because he's going to have an extended heel run, and I think he's going to become Universal Champion soon. I think this is the first step to becoming Universal Champion.
I agree. Connor?
Completely agree, but why does it have to be my boy Finn as a sacrificial lamb?
They'll probably do back and forth. This will probably do Finn some good.
I don't think Vince McMahon really believes in Finn Balor.
Sadly, no.
I don't think because
Which is weird because everyone else in the company does.
I just think it's the fact that maybe Finn Balor isn't big enough. Because Vince likes the bigger guys.
But my thing is, if they were so quick to throw the belt on him after,
but then he got
a couple
hurt
years ago, before he, but let's assume that he never got hurt. Let's assume that he never tore.
Then he would still be a top guy. I think he was on a thin, a small thread of a leash. And once he got hurt, Vince was like, never mind. Then.
But at that point, it's like, how is that not Vince? It is all Vince's fault. How is that Finn's fault that he got his shoulder destroyed, basically?
If you get, it's just the thing.
It's just how business works.
Yeah. I get that's how business works, but it's like, the moment he came in, they're like, oh, what do we do with him now? He's arguably one of the most over guys on the roster, but that's besides the point. Everyone knows I'm Team Finn here, but other than that, no, I think it's good. You have a guy who has WWE experience, a former multi-time champion in Lashley. I think it'll be a decent little. I hope they don't fully make Finn the sacrificial lamb here, but I do think it gives Finn a good rub here going forward. And Lashley, they got to do something with this character. This is a good start.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to revisit Reigns and Lashley again soon.
And it'll work better because of the face.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're going to get that sooner rather than
Lashley
later.
Getting cheered against Roman Reigns?
Yep.
Wow.
It'll happen.
This might actually just happen.
Right.
We'll just kind of get back to the point of we just know how petty Vince McMahon can be, of just stories where you go, Vince, what are you thinking? I guarantee you, as soon as Balor was hurt, Vince was like, oh, he can't be a top guy. And however, I really like what they're doing with Lashley as a heel. KO, I think I talked about one time, but I don't think Connor or Tyler know what they could potentially, how annoying they could make Lashley. I love what they're doing with the flexing. I think that'd be a great piece, but another thing that they could do, I talked about the headband. How annoying that is. And Lashley going before the match. You know how the Miz would always just go
yeah,
and then take it off? Lashley does that with the headband.
Can you imagine? If he just makes a big deal out of it.
Or, Lashley goes to, pick someone up for the Dominator, and is like, oh, hang on, I need my headband really quick, and pulls it out, and then that gives him the strength.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
It's just making it really annoying.
I could see him just doing some weird pose, just standing there, flexing while Leo Rush just takes off the headband, too, before a match. There could be a lot.
Leo goes on the top rope.
That would actually be better.
Just doing all of that, and then Leo just comes in, just ceremoniously takes off the headband.
Oh, that's good.
That would actually be better.
Why can't we write for WWE again?
I don't know. We'd make a better product than they would at this rate.
Yeah.
That's why we have video games.
I don't know how much you guys want to talk about this next segment.
What is it?
It wasn't very good.
What was it?
Trish and Lita.
Next. We have a time limit.
Actually,
Hot Talk goes on TV today.
It was bad. Lita says that it's good to be back home. Before Lita can finish her thought, Alexa and Mickey come out to the ramp. Bliss says that Lita and Trish are afraid of her. James and Bliss do a bad impersonation of Lita and Stratus. Lita and Trish make a few too many practice jokes because, Allen Iverson, they were in Philadelphia. Am I right?
You guys know the name? Did you guys see what the name for Trish and Lita's team is?
Please, what is it?
WrestleTalk confirmed it, and I've never wanted to break my laptop more.
What is it?
Besties Best for Business.
Well, you guys have a good rest of the show.
Count with you.
Cal's like, no, people don't leave.
Seriously, they blew an opportunity saying extreme.
Oh!
They blew an opportunity calling themselves Extreme Stratisfaction.
Oh,
that would have been so good too.
Wow, they messed that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Trish and Lita
As soon
have
as
definitely.
I heard besties, I literally wanted to slam my head through that glass.
They've lost it, and it's not good. AOP with Drake Maverick versus the Conquistador. Corbin sits on the stage to watch Someone broke Tyler
I'm
here.
just laughing at Cal.
Oh, okay. The
I wanted to break my
Conquistador.
head through the glass.
The Conquistador gets destroyed in about 30 seconds to AOP. AOP wins. After the match, Maverick has Akam take the Conquistador's mask off. What? It's not Kurt Angle. And then Corbin's on the... Jeez, I keep knocking that door. Corbin stands up. He's like, what? Where's Kurt Angle? Oh, no. And then Angle gives him an Olympic slam on the stage. I like this. This was fun.
Yeah.
You could tell it wasn't Angle right away. But I think you were meant to, because then it makes Corbin look even more stupid. And I think that was the point.
Yeah.
I don't know. A fun segment.
Yeah, this is pretty much just leading to a Angle Corbin Survivor Series thing, I think.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Survivor Series match for total control of Raw incoming in 3, 2, 1.
Please let Corbin win, because Angle's more fun in this role.
I just like looking at Angle in his vacation outfit with his straw hat. He just
I love the Hawaiian shirt.
I
of
hope
Kurt
he
Angle.
keeps wearing it until Crown Jewel.
wears it in the ring.
I'm still on my vacation, everyone. Even if we're in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, they're trying to make it out to be a tourist spot, so
Yeah.
it would fit.
Fun fact: they didn't mention Saudi Arabia last night. They still plugged Crown Jewel, but they said Crown Jewel was going to be on the WWE Network. They never said the word Saudi Arabia.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
It's gonna.
I know.
I don't want it to be, but it will be.
No, I know it is. I'm just saying that they have now, with all this criticism, they're not mentioning that it's in Saudi anymore.
Until it's in Saudi.
Probably.
Right. Obviously, on the network, they're going to say something. I wonder if that was USA maybe saying, hey, you can't
Probably
say
because
this.
Viacom already pulled out.
Right.
USA is on their Viacom. Well,
Ruby-
Turner's on their Viacom, so yeah.
Ruby Riott with the rest of the Riott Squad versus Natalya. And Natalya, before the match starts, brings out some backup to help her against the Riott Squad. And she brings out Bayley and a returning Sasha Banks. What?
Glad, perfect time. We need as many people in the Battle Royal as possible.
You're right.
So
This was stupid because they never said why or that she was even gone. They never said,
Yeah,
oh
they
yeah,
never-
Sasha's hurt, so she's going to be out for a while.
Apparently, Sasha needed a break.
Right. But they never, they literally could have just said, oh, she has a torn hamstring. Or something. She'll be back in a few weeks.
In a 3-hour show with as much stupid crap as they fill it with, they can almost get away with not mentioning a wrestler.
But then making a big deal out of her return makes me frustrated.
Well, because Michael Cole's looking for the one time we can finally say, it's boss time!
I
Again.
noticed in WWE 2K,
Yeah.
they added all of Michael Cole's like things. So like they added the big dog, and they added it's the architect Seth Rollins, like all of his stuff.
Oh my!
They added all like whenever people make their entrance, it's Michael Cole saying his thing.
It's
Balor
boss time.
Club. It's boss time. Yeah, I love it. It's
Boy,
great.
That makes me want to buy the game more.
Yeah.
Not.
Straight face. Riot takes out Natty with a side headlock. Of course, Natty tries to fight out. Blah blah blah. Logan hits the ring and chop blocks Natty while she's in the sharpshooter to cause the DQ. Winner Natalya by DQ. Riot Squad attacks Natty, Banks, and Bayley. The Riot Squad sets up Natty for the finish, but Banks and Bayley make the save. Again, just set like Cal said, this is setting up for the Battle Royal.
Or it's just going to be a very pointless 6-woman tag match. Because the WWE haven't already exploited that a billion times.
Which would be better than a Battle Royal.
I'll take it.
That's also
stashing
fair.
them in the Battle Royal, but again, what do the WWE do when they don't know what to do with top female wrestlers? Let's throw them in a pointless Battle Royal or a random 6-woman tag
I
match.
just love that they have all the women in the 6-woman tag match. Natalya, Bayley, and Sasha Banks all have held the championship.
And they have
Copyright.
mismanaged the Riot Squad for whatever reason since they came over to Raw.
Gonna put them in a Battle Royal. All those former champions. Nia Jax too.
Probably.
Carmella.
Let's not forget my girl Asuka.
In-ring segment with Elias. He rants about how much the city of Philadelphia sucks. Apollo Crews interrupts. Apollo Crews without Titus O'Neil. They
Good.
kind of just dropped the worldwide thing.
Good.
Weird. They probably could have got a pre-show match out of that. Crews says that he has held his tongue for too long, and Crews says that he is sick of it. Apollo I think... Why is... Oh, yeah. Apollo is tired of sitting in the back. Elias tries to attack Crews, but Apollo catches Elias with a head kick, and then does a delayed gorilla slam, and Elias runs away. I like this. I think
I've
this
been
is...
waiting for them to do something with Apollo.
Yeah, me too. It's just he's short, so Vince doesn't like him.
He's short, but he's a
Exactly.
muscle hamster.
So this should be a good little feud. I muscle hamster. That's Doug Martin.
Yeah, he hates it, so I got to give it to someone.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I guess.
I just like how Elias keeps dissing on cities every week.
It's great.
It never gets old.
It never gets old.
I love
The Chicago one was my favorite.
Ooh, that was my favorite.
absolutely.
Seattle for 10 minutes? Come on.
I love right before this last match, they have just this little note. Backstage, Reigns is talking to Ambrose. Okay, cool.
All right, moving on.
We have the Shield versus McDolphman.
just like I can understand. Too bad people listening to this can't even see his face right now. It's hilarious.
Connor hates it. This match is getting stale, and not only is this like these 6 getting stale, but Shield matches are starting to get stale for me, and I never thought I'd say that because that was their specialty going forward. Jim's looking. Hey. Okay. Yeah, that was their specialty, was like 6-man matches. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they're starting to get stale is starting to upset me, but whatever. Yeah, so towards the end of this match, I'm trying to did you watch this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
And like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember how it ends now.
Yeah.
Okay. The Ambrose grabs Rollins. This is where the dirty deed spot. So Rollins grabbed Ambrose for a dirty deeds, but Rollins avoids it because there was a lot of arguing happening with the Shield. McIntyre goes for a Claymore on Rollins.
Yes.
And he accidentally Claymores Strowman. Reigns then spears McIntyre. Shield triple powerbomb on Ziggler. Oh, triple powerbomb Ziggler for the win, but Ziggler for the win is separate, so it looked weird. Shield won. After the match, Strowman power slammed Ziggler, McIntyre, Claymore Strowman again, but on purpose this time, and Strowman struggles to get to his feet as McIntyre walks up the ramp. I love this, and I think they're setting up a McIntyre versus Strowman match. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mentioned earlier, McIntyre's a star.
They're setting him up as like a top guy.
And he should be.
Over Strowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, yes, over Strowman. I think eventually it's going to equal out to each other. But Strowman's already elevated. They're still trying to elevate McIntyre in this case. He's already set where he is. And they're in the process of elevating. This is what happens all the time, right?
Right.
Like you already have an established star, and then they rise to the next one, whatever. This is how it works. But, McIntyre's a star, and this should be very interesting going forward.
Yeah, I know. Thoughts?
It was a good match. Yeah, I'm glad that they're splitting it up so we don't have to see it anymore.
True.
We're finally getting the Ambrose Rollins ordeal that we thought we were going to get before Ambrose got hurt.
Not necessarily.
It's incoming.
Because the Shield kind of after the show, they were like, yeah, we're all fine, and they walked together.
It ain't over
It
yet.
ain't lasting.
You're right. I don't think it's over yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if we still see another iteration of this match, but whatever. Overall, what did you guys think of the show?
Didn't watch, couldn't tell you. It was okay
Cal.
from what I know.
Yeah, okay from just describing it.
It's down compared to the last couple of weeks for me.
Just your every week Raw.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for listening, and catch us tomorrow for the SmackDown review. Thanks, guys.